All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So today we're going to be having fun through storytelling. Yes, we're going to be reading a very interesting story. Yes, right. So we are going to be reading a story from a book which was written by Mr. K. Nkansa Tremontaine, and it's titled Stories for the Classroom. Don't worry, I'd put the book on the screen for you guys to see. But yeah, it was written by Mr. K. Nkansa Tremontaine. So, from this particular book, we're going to be reading a story that is entitled Never Act in Anger.
Okay.
Yeah, Never Act in Anger. So, shall I get right into it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm reading. I read. Never act in anger. A very rich man lived in a mansion in the warm part of the country. The residence was air conditioned, so he had little problem with the warm weather, especially during the afternoon. After some time, however, he no more enjoyed staying indoors. He rather desired relaxing in the open, in an orchard to enjoy his siesta. The rich man kept a pet and companion in a monkey. The monkey drove away or devoured flies and other insects who came to disturb the man's sleep. For this service, the man was very fond of the monkey. One day, a troublesome green butterfly settled on the leg of the sleeping rich man and teased the monkey that he could not treat it as he had always treated other flies. The infuriated monkey pounced but narrowly missed the fly. In the process, monkey's paw hit the rich man on the leg. Quickly, the fly settled again, this time on the rich man's jaw. The furious monkey picked a stone and threw it, intending to kill the fly. He missed the fly again, but not the rich man's jaw, which suffered a deep cut. From it, blood oozed profusely. First aid treatment was sought at a nearby clinic to stop the bleeding. The monkey apologized for the accident, but the man would not accept the apology. He stretched for a stick and threatened to whip the monkey. It escaped into a nearby bush. The man, meanwhile, nursed his injury and continued to relax in the orchard, but never had a respite from insects. Soon, he longed to have his friend, the monkey, around. Soon, he longed to have his friend, the monkey, around to save the situation with more patience this time. He roamed the bush looking for the monkey in order to plead with it to come back to serve him. One afternoon, he saw the monkey sitting on a nearby tree. Pleaded as he did, the monkey would not come back for fear that the man would whip him. No pledge of the rich man would convince the monkey. At last, the monkey's condition was that it would come back if only the man would cut up the stick. He readily complied, and the monkey returned into his service. Each had learned self control in the face of anger, so they lived peacefully ever after. The end.
Wow.
Okay, so this is an interesting story with a lot of moral lessons that you can pick up.
Yeah.
You
Very
know,
true.
okay, before I get into the moral lesson part of the story, when we say never act in anger, what exactly comes to mind?
Okay. So first off, whenever you are extremely angry, it means like whenever you're angry means your emotions have reached like a peak or a maximum point. So at that point, you mostly cease to reason properly, you mostly cease to do things properly, you just act on instinct. So acting in anger is basically acting on instinct, and that instinct is driven by that frustration, ferociousness, and just that beastly attitude that you are feeling in that moment. So never acting in anger means you should be able to suppress or prevent yourself from actually taking any step, especially when you're angry. That's why, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's move on to moral lessons.
Wow.
Please drop down in the comment section your thoughts on this and any moral lesson that you've picked up before we also enlighten you on the moral lessons that we ourselves have also picked up so
Yeah.
that we know that indeed you're following.
Okay.
Anyways, now one moral lesson that I learned from this was patience.
Wow.
Yes, learn to be patient with other people, with things concerning you, concerning other people, basically. Because here's the case where monkey actually did not act on patience.
Yeah.
He did not act on patience. And the man also did not act on patience. He just drove Monkey out without actually asking Monkey what really
What really
happened and
happened?
all.
Yeah.
So he did not act on patience. So one moral lesson from this story is that we should always have patience, especially in dealing with certain situations or certain situations or problems that we may be facing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's hear from you
So
before
I
we.
always say this, and I'm going to say it again because it applies to today too. Learn to respond and not react. When I
Yeah.
say learn to respond and not react, let's look at first off, every single person over there was just reacting and not responding. Initially, it started with Monkey because Monkey was provoked by the fly, right? And instead of having a reins of on his emotions, he reacted. He responded. No, he reacted.
He
Sorry,
reacted.
yeah, he reacted instead of taking his time to breathe and then calculate what his next actions would have actually would have actually done, or would, the implications of his next action. So he reacted instead of responding. If he had, just brushed everything off, Fly would probably had gotten tired of him and would have left. You know what I'm saying? Or if he had relaxed and taken a different approach to driving away the fly, that would have been helpful. But because of his anger, he reacted and then he ended up hurting his master or his friend or his pet owner.
Yeah, so basically, think very carefully before you act and respond, but
Not
not
react.
react.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, I would also like to say, you know, but there are so many ways that no, let me put it this way. So many people or random people basically come into your life just to tease you,
Yes.
like just to get you upset or make you
Frustrated.
react or frustrated. Here's the case where Fly came and just wanted to tease Monkey
Enemy
because
of progress.
he knew very well that Monkey would react.
Yeah.
He knew very well that Monkey, it's easy to pull Monkey's legs
Or
for Monkey to actually
react in the way
act.
he
Yes,
was expecting him to.
exactly.
Yeah,
He knew he was going to get a reaction from
from
Monkey.
Monkey.
Yes, that's what I want to say. He knew he was going to get a reaction from Monkey. So he knew that to get a reaction from Monkey,
All he
he
had to do was to
was to
provoke him.
tease, yes, to provoke him, to pull
Also,
his legs. So we should always learn to be tolerant and always learn to think before you act. Do not act in a haste,
yeah,
and then learn to ignore people.
yeah.
If Monkey had ignored um
Fly in the first
Fly's
place.
teasing,
All of this wouldn't have happened.
exactly. He
Yeah,
wouldn't have gotten so irritated and all. Even if he got irritated, he should have learned to ignore Fly.
yeah,
When you even in fact when you ignore Fly, there's no way you're going to get irritated
yeah.
as much.
Because you'll be practicing serious amount of self control,
Yes,
and that will
exactly.
prevent
So
you. That self control is going to prevent you from even paying attention to him in the
so that
first
is
place.
another moral lesson.
Yeah, self
Learning self
control.
control, learning to control yourself, your emotions,
Yeah,
learning to control your behavior. So ignoring people who try to tease you or provoke you, because no matter what you do, there will always be
people.
someone or
Yeah,
people who will be in your life that are just there to provoke you or
enemies
to
of
make you
progress.
react, just to get a reaction of you.
Yeah,
So from you, sorry. And then also we should learn to recognize our mistakes quickly
Yeah. And also forgive
and
quickly.
forgive. Yes, first let me take it this way. First, recognize your mistakes quickly and seek forgiveness fast.
Yeah.
Seek for forgiveness. Do not do not be proud.
Yeah.
Don't be proud. Don't be arrogant. Recognize your mistake. Seek for forgiveness and be forgiven. And also goes both ways. Learn to forgive others because when you forgive, you are also forgiven.
Yeah.
So
Very
learn
true.
to forgive others and also recognize your mistakes. Do not be proud. Do not be arrogant. Okay, that is also a big step. What else would you like to add?
Okay, I think you said what I want to say about forgiveness.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, let me
Let-
also hit on this. I like the fact that when Monkey made a mistake, he apologized. He asked
Yeah.
for forgiveness too. And I also like the fact that even though the man didn't forgive him or the man didn't reconcile with him in that moment, when the man realized that he actually needed his friend back, he went to look for his friend to ask or to convince his friend to come back and stay with him.
Yes, but then you have to do it. You have to act quickly on this
Yes,
because if you do not do it on time, you might lose that friend forever.
forever.
Look how many tries the man had to go through just to get him back because he did not recognize his mistake as soon as possible. And also pets, yes, like animals, pets that we keep as companions should be treated very rightly.
Yes,
There's this should I say adage or
saying
saying
or
that the
something.
old people, mostly say.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when you have a cat, okay, and you treat it very well, like you actually take care of the cat, like like your very own child,
Mm-hmm.
basically. That cat shields you
Yeah, it
and
shoots.
protects you from
Yeah,
harm.
it's
In the
true.
sense, even to the extent that if you are, this is what goes on. I don't know if it's a myth or it actually happens, but then I've heard it a lot. If
You're
you're
supposed
supposed
to
to
die.
die or
Yeah,
you're supposed to lose your life,
the
the
cat
cat
will.
that you treat very
Yeah,
rightly
will
will
sacrifice for you.
sacrifice himself
Yeah,
and die in your stead.
yeah.
So when you treat your animals rightly, they actually they actually protect you. Like
Yeah,
they shield you from so many harms, so many dangers, and all to the extent of even sacrificing
or laying
themselves for
their
you.
lives for you.
Yes.
Yeah,
So treat your animals or your pets very well because they are not just animals, they are pets, they are companions, they are your protectors, basically. Source of
if
protection
you don't
to
have
you.
children, some people actually treat them like their children. They can be your children too, in a way.
Okay, in
Yeah,
a
in
way.
a way.
Okay. That's what you do to do. Okay. Yeah, and basically what you were saying about monkey apologizing. Mouse did not apologize for teasing
Mouse,
hey sorry.
fly.
Fly. I don't know why I said mouse. Okay. Fly did not apologize to monkey for teasing him or anything, which was actually wrong.
Yeah,
But then I also feel like
he's one of those people.
Fly wanted to prove to monkey he wanted to prove a point to monkey that
He
he's
can
not like the
the
other
others.
flies.
Yeah,
Yes, he's different. Like he's unique. He's actually more skilled and all.
but that's
But
just a
then that
toxic
is
something.
yes,
Yes,
and then he's also being proud at
yeah,
that point.
yeah.
So
So don't be
do away
proud.
with pride
Yeah,
and yes, yeah. Is that all?
yeah. That's all.
Okay. Well, guys, I think we've said enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
See you
be
guys.
tolerant, be patient,
Mm-hmm.
have self control,
Mm-hmm.
um, forgive quickly,
Learn to
learn to
respond,
respond,
not
not
react.
react, think carefully, and
You
mm,
know, just be kind in general.
yeah. So I guess that's it for today. And never act on anger.
Yeah,
Never act on anger
never act
because
on anger.
when you do, you lose a lot of things. You lose a lot of things. The man could have lost monkey forever. Monkey could have lost the man forever. So never don't be proud. Always learn to ask for forgiveness when you are wrong and forgive others when you they also wrong you. Yes, because if you do not do this, you might lose a lot of people in the end. So we are going to end here.
Hmm.
Is there anything you want to say?
Nope.
And before we actually end it,
Yeah.
I also like to say, a very I don't know if it's that famous, but a very famous quote from Mark Twain is that never
Never argue
argue
with
with
an
an
idiot.
idiot
Yeah.
because
Because
they'll bring
bring
you
you
down
down
to
to
their
their level
level
and beat you with
and beat you with
experience.
experience.
Yeah.
Yes, because
It's true.
look at what Fly
Fly
did.
did.
Fly was teasing.
brought
He
monkey
was,
to his level.
yes, he brought Monkey to his level. Now
And he
Monkey was getting so irritated and just acting like he was just reacting.
yeah,
So Fly brought Monkey down to his
his
level,
level and he beat him.
chasing him about. Fly is just flying around. I mean, basically, they just fly. And then Monkey, you have to like throw stones, you have to hop and all that just to like smack a flying insect
So he has brought you to his level
level.
and he
So
really
you
beats you
are
with
arguing
experience.
with him, but
Yeah.
he's beating you with
With
his
his experience.
yes.
Yeah. So
So
that's it.
basically, never argue
With
with an idiot
yeah.
because it makes you an idiot, literally.
The same way, if a madman is walking naked and he also and maybe you are in a bathhouse and he pulls your cloth, are you going to run out
After
of the
him,
bathhouse after him to catch
exactly,
it? Because at that point,
exactly,
both of you are mad
exactly,
or crazy for some of
actually,
you who don't
actually,
understand. Yeah.
yeah. So yes,
See you
see
in
you.
the next video.
Okay, we're going to end here, and we'll see you guys
In the
next
next video.
time. Peace.